I'm Madison McGregor.
I'm Tina Meridian.
I'm Lisa Hannum.
I'm Chelsea Trenyas.
And
This
is
Get This.
Welcome to the inaugural episode of Get This, ladies. So this episode, we're going to be talking about free money. And in our top story, we're going to talk about government benefits.
And free groceries.
And is Botox covered by work benefits with Group Insurance Director Adam Singer?
Amazing. I'm very excited for this episode.
Me too.
Me too.
All right. So let's talk about our top story. Government benefits. A lot of people talk about this as being free money that you get in your account. A couple of the government benefits that I think apply to us and like our audience are the GST, HST. So you get about if you're single, up to $533. If you're a family, it could be like $698. That's given quarterly. You also have the Grocery Rebate, and that is scheduled quarterly, and it's similar to the GST, HST, so the amount that you get from that. Although this year we're getting a little bit of a top up, which is nice. And then the last one, but definitely not least, is the Canada Disability Benefits, which can be around $200 a month maximum. Have you guys noticed when you get this in your bank account?
No.
I do.
You do?
I do. I actually got some $174.50 in my bank account today.
Oh.
I gotta check that.
Yeah, I saw that come up. I don't know if it's a disability one because I get that.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It doesn't tell me.
Oh.
But it's like from Canada.
That's
what
amazing.
it says on my bank.
So when you get it,
Yeah.
what do you do?
So I use it as like cash back.
Oh.
So I use it to pay off my credit card.
Oh, that's
amazing.
great.
Extra.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I don't pay attention to it, mainly probably because I don't ever check my bank account as much as I would like to.
Tina, this is not you. Like the Tina I know.
But it's because I have a system.
Okay.
And so I have my weekly checks, I have my monthly checks. So if there's something going into my account that isn't normally there, it's almost like, set it and forget it. I don't look at it. I don't take it into account as in I have my systems in place. So it's not going to shake anything up for me.
Oh, okay. So I use it because sometimes, and I don't know how or why, some months feel tighter than others. And so if I do get that extra money in, I'm like, I'll throw that to the line of credit, or like you do, Madison, I'll throw it onto my credit card. I don't treat myself though with it. That's not something I've ever done where I'm like,
I used to when I was working more like part-time because I wasn't making as much money.
Yeah.
So I would be like, I'm going to put this towards shopping this month.
Do you use it differently depending on the season that you get it? Like for around, I guess, winter, you put it towards gifts or?
Yeah, I think for the most part right now, it's been to pay off my credit card. When I initially got the disability credit, I think it started when I was 18. I used to use the money to donate to charity.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Before I was needed to be making money because I was living at home.
Yep.
But now I'm I'll take the money. I'm not donating it. I'm gonna take
you obviously get it for a reason too, right?
Exactly.
So,
yeah. At that point when I started getting it, my health condition wasn't as bad, and then it got to a point where it was really bad, and I was like, I'll use it.
Oh yeah.
I kind of need it.
Yeah. And that's what it's for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's great. Yeah.
Amazing.
Good.
So Tina, I feel like you are very much, I'm gonna probe in on this because I feel like the Tina I know and work with is very, rigid's not the right word, but you're definitely, yes, there you go.
Type A.
Yeah.
So what? You don't notice?
I don't know. I think, again, because I have a system, I'm so type A. I've had a system since I was 18 or when I started to kind of get on my financial journey. I don't let anything that's I wouldn't even say increment. It is incremental, but nothing that's not consistent. I don't really either pay attention to it or I don't mind it. I kind of just treat it. Maybe I do in a sense treat it as cash back, but I don't put it towards anything. It's almost just a quick, couple of dollars in my account, which is really great. It's nice to see. But again, I'm not I'm going to go treat myself or, I'm going to put it towards this. I just have a system and I need to stay organized, which is why I don't pay attention to it.
Oh, okay.
It's just so it doesn't throw me off. Or if I treat myself, then, it questions the other ways that I treat myself. I'm like, shoot, should I not buy this? Because I already use money towards that. So that's kind of the reason why, really.
Yeah.
It's not because I'm type B.
And the whole idea of it free money is that you're not depending on it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Or at least like you structure your finances in a way that you aren't depending on it. One thing I did do recently was buy a handful of ETFs.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's a good use case for it. I feel like, again, like I'm lucky enough to be comfortable with what I have at this time. So in terms of putting it towards something else, I think when I was younger, I definitely did that. But now I'm like, okay, set it and forget it, right? That's kind of the mindset that I have.
One thing I think the takeaway that everyone should know, if you're not getting this, it's probably because you have not done your taxes. So all these benefits are based on the previous year taxes. And so if you did not do them, get on that because you're leaving money on the table, as they say, right?
For real.
I hope we all did them.
So now we're going to talk about no more L's, which is no more losses. And so this is about finding money that you didn't know you had, or money that you're unknowingly spending, or an easy way to save. So we're going to talk about SPAC. So SPAC is the scanner price accuracy code. So the cool thing about this is if you're at the grocery store and you grab an item off the shelf and you bring it to the register and there's a price difference. Did you know you could get it for free or $10 off?
I had no idea. This was the craziest thing ever to me when I first found out about it. It was like free groceries.
Yeah, headline, free groceries.
I think that's so informative as someone who doesn't look at, the receipt at the end of it. So it kind of gives me this little bit of a check of like, oh, I can get free groceries. I need to check my receipt at the end of my grocery runs, which is great. And it's great that we have a system in place for that. But yeah, it came as a shock to me.
I didn't know, but like all groceries are free for me because I still live at home.
The fridge, you open it up and it's magical.
Exactly.
Groceries appear.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Yeah. So I'll be telling my mom about this.
Tell the world. They deserve to know.
Yeah.
Did you know about it before?
I did not know about this. However, when I was talking to a journalist about it, and he was the one who told me about it, and he actually does it every single time. So there's not actually a limit, and it happens more often than you think.
Wow.
The only thing is like you have to be a bit flexible with the groceries that you're getting for free. This was the hack he was telling me. Okay. So like if you're buying like frozen yogurt and you notice one is off, but it's not the flavor you wanted, go for the free one. That was his advice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in the grocery store now, just like looking for a deal.
Yeah.
This grocery shopping is taking on a whole new meaning for me now. Sometimes I'll do it for my mom. So.
Yeah. You got to be on the lookout.
Yeah. So there doesn't have to be a discrepancy, or sorry, there's no maximum or limit to the discrepancy. But if it's under $10, you get the item for free. And if the item costs over $10, then it's $10 off.
Does that apply for, I guess, like, I have an understanding of what grocery store is, but what about some place like a Shoppers Drug Mart? Because they have groceries.
Yep.
But it's not really identified as a grocery store. Does it still apply?
So it's not a law.
Oh, okay.
It's not something that everyone has to like obey or whatever. It's for partnered, but there's thousands of them.
Yeah.
So if you see a discrepancy, it's just a matter of asking for it.
Wow.
You really got to ask.
Credit score below 700? The Neo MasterCard can help you build your credit, one purchase at a time. Start today and get approved instantly. Learn more at neofinancial.com.
All right. So we're super excited to have you on, Adam. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
And I know you're a group insurance director, and off camera, we got talking about some really interesting things. So I'm excited to chat. Right off the bat, can you tell me what you do?
Absolutely. So I'm a group benefits broker or agent. I work with companies to support them designing their benefits plans, restructuring their plans, and helping the employees that work there as well with accessing their coverage, helping them with issues or anything like that. But that is it. Group benefits through and through. Also some RSP plan as well, but that's my day-to-day.
And what do we need to know about benefits packages?
Yeah, it's a great question. So employees across Canada, I think there's a huge knowledge base of people that know a lot, but there's also like sometimes you think you know a lot and you don't. And what you need to know is like when an employer gives you a group benefits plan, it's there to use. It's also there for insurance. Like there are insurance programs, but a lot of the benefits that an employer gives you, they're doing it because they do want you to access it and use it. And there's a variety of things on the plan, but there's so many things that are heavily utilized and there's things that are underutilized. But the way that benefits have just changed in the last 5 years, employers are giving employees much more than they used to. And I think employees need to learn how to unlock some of those things because they're there for them. And I think it's a big education gap for some people.
And what are we were just talking about this off camera, but like what are some of the most common things people are asking you about when it comes to their benefits?
Yeah. So the most common thing is hearing things like, I need more, there's not something for me. And the first question I ask people when they say that is, do you have a health spend account or do you have a taxable spend account? And if the answer is yes, then there's something for everybody. So a health spend account, often when I look at the spend for the year with a client, you'll see that it's only 30, 40% utilized, meaning the dollars available to the team were only used at 30, 40%. It makes sense if the plan is really, really good and you don't need to unlock those dollars. But, imagine somebody who has a bad back, needs a little bit of extra physio treatment, mental health, very topical today. It's very expensive. So it's hard to believe that there would be dollars left unspent. And especially on the taxable side, taxable spend could be used for anything. So I have a feeling everybody has some receipts hanging around that they can put through an account like that. So it's really just understanding what's there. And you'd be surprised how many people, even though they get a summary, a book, they have access to presentations, they forget that these accounts exist. So it's just utilizing what's there and really untapping those things. That's like the least of the things that people can claim. There's so many other things on plans that are available.
Yeah, and I heard Botox is covered.
Yeah, like we can go back and forth on this. So Botox is my favorite one because a lot of people don't know certain medications. They're supposed to be covered for certain things, but let's go through the gamut. If somebody says, I have a Botox claim and it's just for cosmetic, if you have a taxable spend account, you can actually put it through there because technically it's taxable back to you. So the company can have it as a deduction and you can use it. If you're using it through the medical plan, some plans would include it. So if you just think about having your, the old school prescription drug card, if you have that and you have an approval to use it medically for compression headaches, any sort of migraines, things like that, you usually need a special approval, but then it just runs through your drug plan. So let's say you're a company that has $5,000 of prescription care. You can actually put the Botox through that $5,000 of coverage, which is fantastic. And then if your plan doesn't cover it or you're still needing it medically, but the plan limits your access to it or you hit your maximum, the health spend accounts all cover them as long as it's for a medical reason. So if you get a doctor's note and a prescription, typically the prescription's fine because then it's medically needed, you can run it through your health spend account and would all come back to you. So the days of saying like things like Botox aren't covered, it's here, but typically anything that is on that taboo side, you need a medical reason. Like if you can see me in real life, I can probably go for a hair transplant, but you can't get a hair transplant covered because it's typically not medically necessary. That would be a taxable spend side. But somebody who would need, alopecia medication because they needed that type of medication for hair regrowth that comes with it, that would be covered. So there's different things that are covered for different reasons, but typically if it's medically necessary, you can run it through the plan.
Yeah, it reminds me of a friend of mine who had TMJ and she got Botox on her, at her jaw. So that sounds like an example of where you get a doctor's note, use it medically.
Great example. And that's more on the dental side. So on the dental side, a lot of times Botox is covered through the medical side. So you need to do your claim differently in the system. That's kind of like benefits 301. But yeah, if you have TMJ and you're having issues with your jaw, that would be a great reason to need Botox and it would be covered under the plan and the health spend account side. So that's there's so many examples of things that people don't typically think of. And Botox is the most common one today for treating migraine medication. I would say 5 years ago, TMJ was probably the number one reason for it. So it changes over time too of why people need it. And our the medical world is expanding too. There will be more reasons for it. One pro tip to think about, there is multiple strands of Botox, but if your doctor approves you for one of them, there's a drug identification number. If you're then prescribed a different one, it won't go through your plan. So you have to make sure that whatever you're prescribed is what's given to you, same like any other medication, and that's on the main plan side. So if you're thinking about, you have headaches and things like that, you generally need to go through some steps to end at Botox, but yeah, it would be absolutely covered depending on the plan that you have at your company.
Good tip.
Yeah.
And the last question here, how can our audience find out more about you and your work?
Yeah, so for me, the best way to find me is probably, there's 3 great ways. So you can go on LinkedIn and find me, Adam Singer. I'm probably the only Adam Singer that pops up as a benefits broker. You can go to my website, which is singersteinberg.com. You can find me there. And you can kind of, some people might already know me through the guy who does their insurance at their company, and they have my email already. But yeah, those are the best ways to find me and engage with me.
Awesome. This has been so fun. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, I love talking about this stuff, whether it's employer-based, just stuff like this. So yeah, thank you for having me here. It was awesome. Very fun.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That was Adam, everybody. Thanks.
We had lots of tips in this episode. GST, HST benefits, and so many other government benefits back at the grocery store, and of course your work benefits. Depending on your situation, these things could add up to $2,000 a month in savings.
Thanks for tuning in.
Follow us at Neo Financial on Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn.
And don't forget to sign up for the Get newsletter.
Want your question featured? Hit us up at theget@neofinancial.com.
Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.